An unprecedented bill becomes law in Florida as Governor Ron DeSantis signs a bill banning the possession, sale, or displaying of any childlike sex dolls in his state. The law takes effect October 1st of this year. The first offense would give someone a first-degree misdemeanor charge. A second offense could jump all the way to a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Now, this move would crack into the $15 billion a year sex toy industry. Joining us to break it all down, legal and media analyst Lionel of Lionel Media. All right, Lionel, my friend, first of all, let's address the obvious. Nobody really takes this topic seriously. Why not?
Correct. Because of the subject matter. First, and by the way, you and I have been talking about this for about 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Because of the implications. First of all, it's the subject matter. Number two, it's icky. Number three, why would somebody be defending somebody buying something like this? And very frankly, since it doesn't affect them, they don't care. And finally, it's a subject matter that makes people kind of laugh and feel uncomfortable, so they just dismiss it.
Yeah, I mean, given America's Protestant roots, right, like sex, ooh, let's not talk about it. But what's the real harm from this kind of legislation, Lionel?
The harm is, number one, how it's written. What is something that is designed or built or manufactured to, and I'm not even sure how this would be marketed, to allow somebody to simulate sexual activity with this machine. But the real issue is this. Manila, what they are prohibiting is not a particular type of behavior. What they're prohibiting is what you're thinking.
Yes.
They don't like what you're thinking. It has nothing to do with what you're doing, but what you're thinking. This is thought police.
So can this be also a free speech issue, Lionel?
Absolutely. First, aside from the fact that somebody would say, I did not buy this item for purposes of whatever it is, I'm a collector or whatever. Again, people are laughing at this right now. But the idea is that how dare you? How does the government tell me I cannot possess something? And by the way, if I do possess it, I'm subject to criminal sanction,
right.
And you don't get any more problematic when it comes to free speech with that. But how can the government tell me in the privacy of my own home that I'm buying a machine? I'm buying basically gears or plastic or Lycra
right.
or whatever it is, and you don't like what I'm thinking about this. What are we going to do next? I don't want to bring the slippery slope into this, but what if you, for example, there's a website which makes people think something? What if there's a particular type of computer? What if there's an app? What if there's something which similarly the government does not want you to possess because of what you think and what it may make you think? This is precisely more, this is not about sex toys. It's about the government basically telling you that we don't like thought.
Right. There are far greater reaching implications here than just on the surface
Absolutely.
of this, talking about, you know, something weird like a sex doll. But speaking of it being a doll, and this is part of the way the bill is written, can't any item, even household items, appliance or whatever, be used improperly, Lionel?
Precisely. Precisely. Now, I'm not going to argue the theory. Some people say that this might perhaps provide an outlet for those people, and that remains to be seen. But the idea is simply this. Yes, it might. What about somebody who says mannequins? First, it doesn't matter. The idea, you're right about that. But what we're talking about now is, number one, the thought police, but also something I want to discuss very quickly in the time that we have remaining, the thought vigilantes. Yeah. And these are individuals, Manila, who mean well, but these are citizens who, by the way, are very concerned about this. And the most important thing, and I want to ask you, would you please tell me why there is not more effort on the part of government, state and local, to prohibit, proscribe, and stop and prosecute actual real child sexual predation, sex trafficking? Why aren't we focusing on this right now? We know where this is occurring, not somebody who buys a machine and then in the privacy of their own home, you know, perhaps enjoys some weird kind of paraphilic reverie, which is none of the government's business. But the real issue right now is the children that are being harmed. We know where they are. Why aren't we putting our attention and our focus on that known problem and not these hypothetical concerns?
Yeah, I mean, talk to me a little bit more about this additional concern you have of vigilantes and of this thought police. I mean, how does this devolve from where we stand right now, Lionel, where this could possibly lead to?
Right now, Manila, the people who are telling you, most probably, if you were an American citizen and you have been told not to say something, if you've had websites shut down or if you've been shadow banned or whatever, it's not the government proper. It's a, quote, private entity. It's citizens. It's people, by the way, self-appointed police, vigilantes, citizen groups, mobs, if you will, who don't like what you might be saying or thinking. They may call it hate, they may call it perversion. And what happens is, what frightens me the most is when you get this almost this nescience and this ennui and this boredom, and it's like, well, what are you going to do? Nobody really cares. Okay, so they shadow banned somebody. Okay, she was an activist. She was rude. She sort of.
Sure.
The public, by virtue of its not doing anything, is not only acquiescing, but supporting this, and they've replaced this 1984 Orwellian dystopian, Stasi-like police with citizen groups who sit back and say, we as a group of people are saying, kind of like the neighborhood watch of morality, we're telling you you have to stop that. So we've got censorship and thought police and now thought vigilantes from every quarter there is.
Yeah, I mean, this can become, we don't like your hair. Your hair is offensive to me. That's just an example of the beginning, Lionel. As always, appreciate your deep thoughts and take on this. Lionel of Lionel Media, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.